Hello, my name is Denise, and I am a children's librarian, and I am here to give you a story time that you can do with infants and babies that you can do at home. So, one of the things I'm going to do is demonstrate a lot of movements that you can do with your baby. These are going to be really great for their gross and small motor skill development. You can do them, I'm doing them with my friend the elephant, and he is facing you so that you can see the movements that I'm doing. However, at home, it's probably better if your little one is facing you so that you can look at them while you're doing these movements. Also, if your baby is very young, you can hold them this way and do some of the movements or alter them as needed. We are going to sing some songs, do some rhymes, and share some stories so that you have lots of activities that you can do at home. So the first song that we're going to do is one where I like to put my hands or baby's hands together like a book and then move that book side to side across the midline of baby's body. So let's start. It's called The More We Read Together. The more we read together, 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 the more we read together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we read together, the happier we'll be. Very nice. I always like to clap a little bit in between songs, give baby a chance to clap. Now, as I'm singing this, you at home, it's a great idea for you to sing along too. Baby might like to listen to my voice, but even more than my voice, baby wants to hear your voice because the adults in a baby's life are the most important voices that they like to hear. And they'll actually listen better to your voice than to mine. So here's another song that we can do. For this one, I sometimes do my fingers in the air to simulate rain, or you can tickle down baby's body. Tickling baby helps to stimulate the nerves on their body, and it helps them learn where they end and where the rest of the world begins. So this one is all of the raindrops, and we're going to stick out our tongues. That's pretty fun. If all of the raindrops were lemon drops and gumdrops, oh, what a rain that would be. I'd stand outside with my mouth open wide. Ah, 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 ah. If all of the raindrops were lemon drops and gumdrops, oh, what a rain that would be. Very nice. Good job. At this point in our story time, I'm going to put down my elephant and we are going to share a story. The story that we're going to share today is called Bear Snores On, and it's by Karma Wilson, and Jane Chapman made the pictures. So as we read this, you'll notice that there is a nice repeating refrain. That's very beneficial for babies to hear the same thing repeated over and over and over is a really helpful thing for the way that they are starting to listen. Also, as we read, we're going to stop every few moments and give you an opportunity to interact with the book and with your baby. Now here, let's start. In a cave in the woods, in his deep dark lair, through the long cold winter, sleeps a great brown bear. Cuddled in a heap, with his eyes shut tight. Can you close your eyes? Ooh. He sleeps through the day, he sleeps through the night. The cold winds howl. Let's make some wind. And the night sounds growl, but the bear snores on. An itty-bitty mouse, pitter-pat, tiptoe. Where are baby's toes? Can you tickle baby's toes? Creep crawls in the cave from the fluff cold snow. Mouse squeaks, too damp, too dank, too dark. So he lights wee twigs with a small hot spark. The coals pip-pop, and the wind doesn't stop. But the bear snores on. He is just still sleeping, huh? Two glowing eyes sneak peek in the den. Where are your eyes? Can you point to baby's eyes? Mouse cries, "Who's there?" and a hare hops in. Hop, hop. "Ho, Mouse," says Hare, "long time no see." So they pop white corn and they brew black tea. Mouse sips wee slurps. Hare burps big burps. But the bear snores on. A badger scuttles by, sniffs, snuffs at the air. Where's baby's nose? "I smell yummy yums. Perhaps we can share." "I've brought honey nuts," Badger says with a grin. "Let's divvy them up, cozy down, and dig in." And they nibble and they munch with a chew, chomp, crunch. But the bear snores on. A gopher and a mole tunnel up through the floor. Then a wren and a raven flutter in through the door. Can you wave baby's arms? Mole mutters, "What a night! What a storm!" twitters wren. And everybody clutters in the great bear's den. They tweet and they titter, they chat and they chitter, but the bear snores on. In a cave in the woods, a slumbering bear sleeps through the party in his very own lair. Hare stokes the fire, Mouse seasons stew, shake, 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 shake. Then a small pepper fleck makes the bear chew! He blows and he sneezes, and the whole crowd freezes. And the bear wakes up. Bear gnarls and he snarls. Bear roars and he rumbles. Bear jumps and he stomps. You can kick baby's feet. Bear growls and he grumbles. Let's all make some bear sounds. Grrr. "You've snuck in my lair and you've all had fun, but me, I was sleeping and I have had none." And he whimpers, oh, and he moans, and he wails, and he groans, and the bear blubbers on. Was Bear mad or was Bear sad? He was sad, wasn't he? Mouse squeaks, "Don't fret, don't fuss, look, see, we can pop more corn, we can brew more tea." Bear gulps, Bear gobbles, oh, nom, nom, nom. He sighs with delight, then he spins tall tales through the blustery night. When the sun peeks up on a crisp, clear dawn, Bear can't sleep. But his friends snore on. The end. Very nice job with that story. All right. Now we are going to do a few more songs. So again, I'm going to demonstrate some movements with my elephant. You can do these with your baby facing away or facing to you. This next song that we're going to do has parts where we lift baby up and put baby down. And that's going to be a very fun way to keep their attention and keep them moving. So we're going to do the Grand Old Duke of York. Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. Oh, when you're up, and when you're down, and when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. Good job. Wonderful. Our next song is one where we're going to rock side to side. Rocking in any direction helps to develop the bones in baby's inner ear, and that helps with their balance. So we are going to rock side to side as we do the rhyme Humpty Dumpty. And then we'll do a very exaggerated had a great fall. And if your baby is younger, do a small fall. And if they're bigger, you can do a very big, very exaggerated, very silly, completely fall over. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Very nice job. Our next song is one where we're going to work on object permanence. Object permanence is understanding that things still exist even after they leave our field of vision. So we're going to play with that with baby by hiding our hands and then bringing our hands in front of them and then hiding them again. Now, if your baby is big enough to sit on their own, you can have them in your lap and put your hands behind you and do both hands and have your thumbs talk to each other. If your baby is younger, you can hold them to the side, kind of cradling them, and just have one hand go back and forth for them to see and then not see. So I'll demonstrate it this way with our thumbs, and then I'll demonstrate it this way with pointer. And then you can at home go all the way through your hand. Like I said, we will do thumbkin and we'll do where is pointer. And then you at home can do where is tall man, where is ring finger, and where is pinky. Here we go with thumbkin. Where is Thumbkin? Where is Thumbkin? Here I am, here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away, run away. Where is Pointer? Where is Pointer? Here I am, here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away, run away. And you at home can go through all of your fingers and keep singing. Our next story is called Time for Bed, and it's by Mem Fox, and Jane Dyer made the pictures. This story has some excellent animal vocabulary, and we're also going to do some animal sounds in this story. Doing animal sounds is very silly, but it also helps little ones learn how to move their tongue and their teeth and their lips in all different ways. Even though they're making sounds that aren't part of our language, it helps them learn how to utilize their muscles and their movements to make all different sounds. So we'll do some funny sounds in this too. Time for bed. It's time for bed, little mouse, little mouse. Darkness is falling all over the house. Let's squeak like a mouse. Squeak, 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 squeak. It's time for bed, little goose, little goose. The stars are out and on the loose. What sound do geese make? Honk, 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 honk. It's time for bed, little cat, little cat. So snuggle in tight, that's right, like that. Who knows what a cat says? Meow, meow. It's time for bed, little calf, little calf. What happened today that made you laugh? Let's do a laugh. Ha 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 ha. And also, what does a cow say? Moo. It's time for bed, little foal, little foal. I'll whisper a secret, but don't tell a soul. What do horsies say? Neigh. It's time for bed, little fish, little fish. So hold your breath and make a wish. Let's do some fishy faces. Blub, 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 blub. It's time for bed, little sheep, little sheep. The whole wide world is going to sleep. Bah, says the sheep, bah. It's time to sleep, little bird, so close your eyes, not another word. Can you tweet like a bird? Tweet, 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 tweet. It's time to sleep, little bee, little bee. Yes, I love you and you love me. And what do bees say? Buzz, buzz. It's time to sleep, little snake, little snake. Good gracious me, you're still awake, says the snake. It's time to sleep, little pup, little pup. If you don't sleep soon, the sun will be up. Let's bark like doggies. Bark, 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 bark. Woof, woof, woof. It's time to sleep, little dear, little dear. The very last kiss is almost here. Since I don't know what sound a deer makes, let's just do a kiss. Mwah! The stars on high are shining bright. Sweet dreams, my darling. Sleep well. Good night. The end. Beautiful job with that story. We're going to do a little bit more singing. And the next song that we're going to do is The Ants Go Marching. This one we're only going to do 1 by 1 and 2 by 2, but it's another one that on your own at home you can keep going as long as you want. All you need to do is come up with things that rhyme with the numbers. We are going to move baby around by kicking their feet or bouncing them. You can bounce them on their knees. If they're very little, you can do tiny little bounces with them. Or, again, kick. So we'll do one where I kick and one where I bounce. We'll go 1 by 1 and 2 by 2. The ants go marching 1 by 1, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 1 by 1, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 1 by 1. The little one stops to suck his thumb and they all go marching down in the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, 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 boom. Now 2 by 2. The ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 2 by 2. The little one stops to tie his shoe and they all go marching down in the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, 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 boom. Very nice. Now again, you can keep going with that. You can go 3 by 3 as long as you need to. Our next rhyme that we're going to do is one that I like to use to work on cross-lateralization. So cross-lateralization or cross-lateral movement is any time that we cross the midline of baby's body. In our opening song, we did it with their arms, and now we'll do it with their legs. Cross those legs over each other. This kind of movement helps to make connections between the neurons on the right side and left side of baby's brain and helps with their balance and later with creativity and problem solving. So for this one, I like to do crossing their legs. And then later in the song, I say, woo, he goes over. And I like to lift baby up. Again, if they're very young, you can just cross their legs here and give them a little lift this way. If they're a little older, you can cross their legs and then lift them up. And if they're even older and would enjoy this, you can cross their legs and lift them up upside down. Here we go. We'll do it twice so you can see forward and upside down. Leg over leg, as the dog goes to Dover, he comes to a wall, and woo, he goes over. Let's do it once more, and this time I'll demonstrate lifting baby upside down. Leg over leg, as the dog goes to Dover, he comes to a wall, and woo, he goes over. Very nice. We are going to do now a song with a shaker. This shaker is one that I made with things that I had at home. I used a water bottle. I put these happen to be sequins, but you could use any small item inside of your shaker. You could use rice, you could use beans, you could use beads, anything that is small and can fit inside and will make a shaking sound. I also put some tape over the top of the bottle so that no one can open it because these little tiny pieces, while they make wonderful sounds, are probably choking hazards and so should stay inside the bottle as much as possible. So during a story time at the library, we usually hand out shakers to everyone. So we are going to do this with our own shakers that we are making. So we're going to sing If You're Happy and You Know It, but instead of clap your hands, we're going to shake your shaker. And we'll shake our shaker, and then we'll shake it up high and shake it down low, okay? And again, if your little one is old enough, let them be the ones to hold the shaker and shake the shaker. Part of what they're learning is how to hold and grasp things. And another thing that they're learning is cause and effect. So their movement is what is causing the sound of this shaker. If you're happy and you know it, shake your shaker, shake, shake. If you're happy and you know it, shake your shaker, shake, shake. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, shake your shaker, shake, shake. If you're happy and you know it, shake it high, high, high. If you're happy and you know it, shake it high, high, high. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, shake it high, high. If you're happy and you know it, shake it low, low, low. If you're happy and you know it, shake it low, low, low. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, shake it low, low, low. Very nice job. And you can use these shakers with any songs that you want. We don't only need to do songs where we sing about a shaker. All right. Now, usually at this point in a story time at the library, we all share a board book together, and I encourage you to have your baby hold the book and turn the pages themselves. So if you would like to, you can hit pause here and grab a book and sit with your child and let them turn the pages and experience the book. One of the most important things that babies need to learn in terms of early literacy is what a book is and how it works, and that pages turn and books open and shut. So experiencing that hands-on experience with a book is very, very important. So make sure that in addition to watching me read a book here, you give your baby a chance to hold and feel and touch the book themselves. And now, in closing, we are going to sing The Itsy Bitsy Spider. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Very nice singing. Well, thank you all very much for joining us at this online story time. And make sure that you keep reading and keep singing songs as much as you can at home. I also want to take the time to thank the authors of the books that we shared today, Karma Wilson and Mem Fox, for giving permission for us to share these stories online with you. And as always, keep reading.